I was watching this series back because let's be honest here, when am I ever not watching this show? It's freaking amazing. But as I was doing so, I came across an episode that I had completely forgot about. Season 4, episode 26, Cool Cube. I think this is one of the coolest episodes, literally. And to me, this episode is one of those hidden gems. So be sure to leave a like and subscribe if you're new. But without further ado, let's hop in this episode. Now this episode kicks off with the guys chilling at the Fast and Easy store, and all the guys were getting slushies. Now they weren't just drinking the slushies to enjoy them, but rather they were trying to see who could get the ugliest brain freeze face. Ah, yes. Brain freeze. It hurts like hell. Now we see everyone's brain freeze expressions and they were absolutely horrendous. Yeah, everyone's except Thomas because he had fallen a bit short on his. Now the guys see this and were like, dude, you call this a brain freeze face? Thomas says, bet. This man then slurps down the rest of his slushie only for his expression to still be weak. Now this wasn't bad on Thomas. Actually, this just means he's more of a badass because he had a higher tolerance for cold stuff. So Thomas goes back inside the store and asks the clerk what was their coldest drink. He says, oh, that will be the Cool Cube. He says it's imported from Antarctica and features real ice from actual glaciers. But I would strongly recommend that you... And before he could finish, Thomas says, I'll take it. Yeah, I can't see this turning out well.
Go easy on this, bro.
But did this man go easy on the drink? Nope. He chugged that thing like his life depended on it. I must say though, his brain freeze face was priceless. I mean, just look at this abomination. I just might have nightmares about this tonight. Now Rigby captures his funny face and the guys were laughing. But then, this is when things get a bit strange. Thomas wasn't recovering from his brain freeze and everyone was starting to get worried.
Thomas, come on.
Let's go.
Thomas?
Thomas? Thomas?
Ah, dude, he's not coming out of his brain freeze.
They take Thomas home and attempt to put him in a steaming hot shower, hoping this will reverse the effects of the brain freeze, but this didn't work. In fact, this did nothing but make his brain freeze face even uglier because now it was all wrinkled. So after failing, they decide to take Thomas to Skips, and this was absolutely hilarious. Skips opens the door and just looks at Thomas.
Bring him in.
Now this was hilarious as to me because Skips didn't even ask the guys what was wrong with Thomas. He just says, bring him in, like, what have you guys done this time? Skips then says,
Yeah, I've seen brain freezes before, but not as bad as this. This is beyond my medical knowledge.
He says, luckily I know a guy who might be able to help. So they call Dr. Henry and he examines Thomas. Now he looks at the slushie Thomas drank and he says he has good news and bad news. The good news is that the core of Thomas's brain isn't completely frozen yet, so the effects can be reversed. But the bad news was that the Cool Cube slushie was still very much active and is currently working its way to Thomas's brain core as we speak. So if it gets there, Thomas will stay frozen forever. Dr. Henry says in order for them to stop the slushie in time, he will have to shrink two people down small enough to get inside of Thomas. From there, the two people will have to find the Cool Cube and stop it from reaching Thomas's brain. He says it's a very dangerous mission, but it's the only way to save him. And after hearing this man Rigby was like,
Any volunteers? Well, you and Pops have fun.
I know Rigby arm be sore as hell from getting hit all the time. But anyways, this dangerous mission begins and he tells the guys that they have exactly 5 minutes to accomplish this. And if they stay longer than the given time, they will take long naps, if you know what I mean. So he tells them they must move quick. He also says,
You'll also need this. It's just a speck. Shh. It's what's inside the speck that counts.
He says this speck is a transporting device that when activated, it will send them back home. So the mission begins.
Remember, just 5 minutes to save Thomas and get out.
The guys find themselves in what looks like a winter wonderland, but this was just Thomas's brain. This is when this happens.
Mordecai! Rigby!
Whoa, guys, it's me, Thomas.
Mordecai says, "What? No way. How can you be Thomas when we're inside of his brain?" He then says he's Thomas's consciousness. Now Mordecai asked him if he knew where the brain core was, and as Thomas is showing him, he sees what appears to be Cool Cube heading to the brain core. So the guys have to hurry before they lose Thomas forever. Now they walk into this shed, and just in case you're wondering, this is the speck that Dr. Henry was referring to earlier. Inside of it had everything the guys needed to defeat the slushy. So they suit up and head out immediately because time's a ticking. Now Cool Cube sees the guys approaching fast from behind, so they speed up. The guys then have to dodge these small glaciers as they try to close the gap in on Cool Cube and his accomplice. Now they were able to get in front of them, but as they do this, Cool Cube uses his special abilities to stop them in their tracks. Cool Cube says,
Freeze! 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 Freeze!
I am the coldest splashy in the world. I have a reputation to uphold.
That means no part of this brain goes unfrozen.
No, you don't.
Cool Cube shoots a freeze blast at the guys, but before he could do so, Thomas blocks the shot. His entire body freezes, and this is when this man was about to end Thomas's whole existence. But Mordecai comes in the clutch to save him last minute. The ice then breaks, and Cool Cube's accomplice then falls to his death. But Cool Cube didn't give a f. He starts right into the brain core. Now Thomas tells the guys to leave him and focus on stopping Cool Cube. So as he's approaching the entrance, Rigby grabs him while Mordecai tries to get to the core in time. This man Rigby was swinging on a slushy. Too funny. This is when Cool Cube gets away from Rigby and tackles Mordecai. This causes him to drop the dynamite and Cool Cube dives in after it. This is when Mordecai does the most badass thing and shoots an arrow at the dynamite and blows Cool Cube into pieces. Yeah, my guy was crushed ice now. Now this was good because Thomas was saved, but Mordecai and Rigby were faced with another problem now. Yeah, their time limit was up and they started growing back to their normal sizes. So the guys rushed back and their clothes had literally started breaking off. Their sizes keep increasing as they finally make it back to the transporter, and they were able to hit the button and get out in time.
I got it! I got it!
Press it! Press it!
So they make it out and Thomas was now saved, and when he comes back to reality, he had no knowledge about what just had occurred. He says, "Yo, how did I do?" And as the guys give him the rundown on everything, they all laugh at Thomas's photo. Yeah, I think it's safe to say he definitely had the funniest face. But that's pretty much the end of this episode, guys. I think this is a really cool episode, and I would definitely like to hear you guys' opinion in the comments down below. And until next time, peace.